Hey guys, welcome to today's video. In this video, we are going to uncover a new business case where I helped a trainer automate his payment and his onboarding process for the student that will want to pay for his video analysis services. So the main idea is this trainer provides video analysis to his students in order to help them improve their movement in a particular sport niche. The problem is, so far, when a student wanted to buy this video analysis package, they had to go through the checkout, make the payment, and on the thank you page, they will have access to the WhatsApp number of the trainer. Now, they will start chatting with him through WhatsApp to send him the videos and then to ask him about when they will be available to meet in one-on-one, because part of this package can be also a Zoom call in option, right? And so what was happening for the trainer is start feeling a bit overwhelmed because now he has a lot of WhatsApp conversations starting with a lot of students. He'll waste a lot of time trying to set up the Zoom call. He's wasting a lot of time gathering all the videos in order to perform the analysis. And after that, when he's done the analysis through his tool, he has to provide the link back into the WhatsApp conversation in order for the students to be able to watch the videos and then to hop on the Zoom call. So this process was not automated at all, very manual. So for the trainer, it was a waste of time, a lot of time spent not doing video analysis, but just setting up everything. And he believed there was a better way to do that. And that's the reason why we get in touch. And I'm going to show you how we transform this entire process for him and for his students in order to streamline this entire flow. So let's dive into it. First thing, I'm going to start here on this payment page. So basically on this first page, I'm going to select the Zoom call. As you can see, there's another product, which is personal recommendation for drills. I'm not going to select it on this one, but I'm going to select it on the next one. So here I do not select the Zoom call one-on-one, but I'm going to just select the personalized drill. Those two are optional products that I can add to the package. So now what I'm going to do is to confirm the payment. So as you can see here, the name here will be Bob Davy, and the name on this one will be Davy Bob, right? So I'm going to confirm the payment on this one, and I'm going to confirm the payment on this one as well. So I'm just going to update the date. There we go. And now I can pay. So here, the first payment went through $199, and here $124, okay? So what's going to happen once the payment has been made now, we have a Google Sheet that will allow us, so if we look at those two lines here, that will allow us now to collect and gather all the different students in the same place. So now we know what has been purchased, and based on the price, we know if it's a video analysis, though, so that's always true. But we know if there's a drill, so for the first one it's false, for the second one it's true, and if there is a one-to-one Zoom call with it. So for the first one it's true, for the second one it's false. So this is great. So now what's happening? When I go to my inbox, I can see that I received 2 emails. So me as a student, in both cases, I would have received an email. The first mail, what I would see is here, I have access to a Google Drive link that will allow me to upload my videos. And then I also have access as a calc.com link, which will allow me to schedule a call for this consulting. When I check the other mail, though, I can see that here, because the one-on-one wasn't booked, I do not have access to this link. I just have the link to the folder. And when I'm clicking on this link, I'm ending up directly on my folder. So here I can see Bob Davy. And when I look at it from the trainer perspective, when I go in this folder, if I refresh, from the trainer perspective, here I can see that I have 2 new folders that have been created for each student. So in both cases, each student will be able to upload their own videos in each of those folders in order to get all the video at the same place. So I will be able to perform the video analysis, right? So what's happening afterwards? In my Gmail, I did receive those 2 emails if I was the student. But now if I look at it from a trainer perspective, I can see that in my draft, I have 2 emails that have been created. One for Davy, where I will be able to paste the link that I will get from the platform, and one for Bob right here, where as well I will be able to paste the link, but also I will have here another space that says that because I hold the drills, here I will be able to copy paste the link towards the drill training as well. So both emails have been generated, but as you can see, they're not the same. They have like a tiny difference based on what I bought before in the product. So now what's happening from a student's perspective? So let's say right now in this folder, I'm going to add a video. So I'm going to upload, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm just going to upload a file. So let's say I'm uploading a file on this one. And now I'm uploading a file on this one. So let's imagine the two students right now, they're starting to upload videos on the Google Drive, each of them in their own folder. Now I'm going to go to my Gmail, and I should get notified every time there is a student that has uploaded a video in the folder. So then I will know now the folder is ready. I can perform the video analysis. So now I just uploaded the two videos, and what I can see, I have automatically a notifications here that will let me know that there's two new folders that have been updated in my Google Drive. And here, if I click on it, I have directly access to those two folders, one for Bob Davy and the other one for Davy Bob. So this is exactly what we are going to cover in today's video. So what about the context? So the context, we already covered this part. Let's talk about the tech stack that is involved in this entire process. So first of all, we are going to use Stripe. So Stripe payment link, because it's much easier and faster than any other product to set up. We are going to use make.com, carl.com for the calendar, Gmail, Google Sheet, and Google Drive. And we will use within Google Drive app script in order to trigger the last notification email that you have just seen in the Gmail. So what about the overview? So the flow is the following. So basically, users go on the website and they go on the Stripe. The trigger is when the Stripe payment is made. We will send a webhook directly to make.com. From Make, we will start the scenario of creating the different emails. We will then email the user, where the user will have access to the link to the Google Drive, and the user will be able to upload his video on the Google Drive. And then in order to know when this will happen, then we will use AppScript in order to receive a notification to let us know as a trainer that now we are ready to perform the video analysis. And so we are using as well AppScript because you will see by the way we build the Google Drive folders, make.com will not have been useful in this particular case. So with that being said, let's jump right into the implementation part. So for this, we will go directly into Make because as you saw, so the flow basically will start here once a payment has been made through Stripe. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump right into make.com because this is where the flow is happening, the most part of the flow. So the first thing here we have a custom webhook. So this custom webhook has been set up in order to receive the information when a payment has been made in Stripe. So what we can see here, we have this URL that we have copy-pasted into Stripe webhook in order to receive all the details. So we've just set it up to get a confirmation when a payment has been made. So the first thing that I want to set up is the cal link that will allow the students to book a meeting. So the second one is the subtotal. So the subtotal will be the amount spent by the students during the purchase. And the last variable is for the drill part. So this is just the part that we want to add in our email later on if it happens that the student bought a drill option in the package. Then we will save it and we will add a Google Sheet row. So we will connect our Google Sheet, the one that I just saw that was the database. We will connect it and add different elements. So the first thing that we're going to do is add the full name. As you can see, name and surname, I left them empty. Email as well. So all those elements, they're coming from the webhook, right? That's what we receive as a response when the payment has been made. So this is all the elements that we will connect, the address as well, the total, and the total, because it's coming through Stripe, Stripe always put the prices in cents. So in our case, we will divide it by 100 in order to have the price in pounds directly. Then we'll add the currency. Video analysis will be always set to true because the video analysis is the core product of this package. And now you can add different upsells if you want to. So video analysis will always be on true, whether the other one, based on the amount, basically, we're making a calculation here. So because there are 3 products, we already know how much it's going to cost based on what has been selected. So we make this logic here that will allow us to predetermine already the pricing. And then based on the pricing, we know if there's going to be a drill added to this particular package or not, or if there's going to be a one-on-one or both of them. And so this is what's happening here. That's the formula that we have where the result is either true or false. Once it's done, we just save it. And now we can see that this has been updated and added, and this is what we get as an output. Here, I'm going to search a row. So the first thing that I do is by selecting the ID of the previous sheet, because I added a row, so I will be able to select the spreadsheet ID right here. And then the sheet name will allow us to automatically being on the right sheet. So I'm going to select it right here. And then I'm going to use a filter, which in this case will be the email, because the email is a very strong identifier, is unique. And that's the email that we are going to use, which is in column D. And we will match it against the email that we receive from the webhook in order to retrieve the specific row we are looking for in Google Sheet. So then we will add this Gmail drive that will allow us to create an email directly in our draft in order to respond to the students later on once we have the link of the video analysis. So the first thing that we do is add the email address, and then we personalize the email with the subject using his name that we have in the database, but also with this part here, which is actually a if function. And if a product, and if the drill product has been bought, then we want to add the drill variable, which is few lines that we want to add in this email in order to copy paste the link. So what's important to notice is, like, if you remember well here, I do not have anything in the name, in the surname. And the main reason for that is because in my file, in the first column, I added an array formula that will extract the left part of the full name, and on this one, the right part of the full name, in order to break down the full name into name and surname, which allow us to personalize even more all our communications. So with that being said, we are creating the draft now, and the next step is to create a Google Drive folder. So what we do here is, in this main folder, we can see that every time there's a new folder that's been created for each student. So we just make sure that every time we create a new folder, that we personalize it with the current date. So the format is a readable format, and we add the student's name as well that we get from the webhook. Then we have a router module that will allow us to send one email or another based on the different scenarios. So here, for example, I have a filter where if the one-on-one is false, if the condition in the one-on-one is false, then in this case, we already know that there is no link that will need to be added for the calendar. So the emails follow the same recipe as the previous one. We put the email here, we personalize it with his name. We said all the guidelines about how to upload the videos. We provide the web link of the Google folder that we've just created before. And that's it, because this one was filtered on false. However, for the other one, what we can see is, once again, we have the name, we have the email, and what we do at the bottom is, here is my calendar link in order to book directly a slot, and then we copy paste the variable that we have here, which allow us in the future to update the link whenever we want without having to touch the entire scenario, right? And so this will allow to have a smart system that will automatically send the right email based on the product that has been purchased. So that will completely entirely automate this process. And so the last part of it is this Google Drive part. So what's happening here? If I go to script.google.com, I'm going to end up in the app scripts where I can create a script. And basically what's happening when I'm in make.com, there is a trigger about the update, but the problem is the update is about a folder, a new file in a folder. In my case, here I have a folder that contains folders, but then users, we add files into this folder that is contained in this folder that I have here. And the issue is, because it's dynamic, I can't really trigger just one folder. I need to trigger all the folders within this folder. And the problem we make, it will not allow me to do this. I will have to select one of the folder, which is not going to be ideal because that means that I will have to duplicate every scenario with a dedicated webhook. So in this case, the best way to do it was to directly use a script that will allow us to use the parent folder ID. So I can see here I have the parent folder ID, which is this ID coming from the URL. And this entire script, basically what it says is it's going to loop through all the subfolders and check if there is a file that has been updated recently. And so if it's the case, then we will ask him to save the link of this folder and check all the folders. And every time you find a new item that's been uploaded, to keep it in this email, and then it will send us this notification that we saw before, which is a collection of links where new files have been uploaded. And so based on that, what's happening now is the user will receive this link, will be able to upload this video and we know he's going to do it because he paid for that. So that's why we already know that by sending him the link, he will upload this video at some point because he just paid for the service. And on the other hand, for the trainer, it's like now the only time it's going to be triggered is when he knows a student has uploaded his video in his folder, and then he just has to perform the video analysis. Once the video analysis has been done, then he just has to use this link, copy paste it in the draft directly here and press send. So this is the flow that has been built, and this is how this trainer now has his life completely on autopilot. There's still this manual task, but right now we are just waiting for the tool to open his API, and when the API will be open, we'll be able as well to automatically send all the videos to the tool. Then he will just have to log into the tool, perform the recording, and then the URL will be automatically implemented in the email, and we will send the email, so he will not even have to do this task. But this is going to be the next step once the tool will be ready, because at this stage, it is not. So how much does it cost to build something like this? So basically, Stripe charges a 1.5% plus a 30-cent fee for every transaction. So you just pay Stripe when you get paid. For Make, you can use the free plan. For car.com, the free plan is already amazing, give you access to so much. So the free plan will be more than enough. Gmail for free, Google Sheet for free, Google Drive for free. So basically, this entire setup costs to you the Stripe fee that you pay as soon as you get paid, which is great. And so in terms of budget, we do have something that is very, very flexible and very progressive. And in terms of takeaways, so this is basically how this onboarding has been automated and how we can literally simplify this entire process, making life easier for the user, but also for the trainer. And now this trainer is able to do more of those video analysis. And so we have also been able to get rid of the WhatsApp that was an issue in this equation. And now everything is fully automated. And this is exactly what we try to achieve. So now for this trainer, it's kind of life-changing because everything starts to feel a bit more organized. And because we have this database at this stage, might not really need it, but we know that later in the future, we can always use this database in order to send a message, to send an email, to create a newsletter, to create way more products. And we'll be able as well to connect it directly from the Google Sheet. So I hope you like this video. I hope that inspires you to automate as well your own onboarding. If you need any help, feel free to get in touch. More than happy to always help you, take you through your own system or build a system for you. My name is Davey. I'm the founder of runautopilot.co, and we build systems to help you scale without having headaches. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Bye.